What's up, everybody? Today I'm solo again. Joe is still deloading. This is the leg session you saw me and Joe do last week. Couple of considerations today that I'll be talking about through the duration of this video. If you guys have dealt with any sort of setbacks, injuries, etc. during prep, this will be a really good video for you to watch. I'm probably going to discuss like what my modifications will be today based on what I'm going through with the eye infection and things like that. And I'll still be doing similar exercises, I'll still be training hard. It'll be a great leg workout video, but this will be a really good video for people to watch if they've ever been in the scenario where they're in a fat loss phase and they gotta kind of make a decision on what direction to take the diet and the training based on if they're going through any sort of like injury or if you're on an antibiotic by chance or anything like that. So I'll try to speak to what my modifications are gonna be, why I'm doing this way, and if there's other considerations you should think about before making that ultimate decision of like, I'm gonna keep pushing or I'm gonna pull back a little bit. So without further ado, we're gonna go do the warm-ups that we did last week. Same thing, kind of open up the hips. And then likely I'll be starting with leg curls, and I'll tell you why in a bit. So same bullshit as last week. Gonna warm up the hips, adductors, abductor, abduction, adduction. Again, this isn't really for any sort of set rep count or anything like that. No, it's not included in the program. It's quite literally just to help me warm up. So today, the variations are gonna be a little different. I'm still gonna do the hamstring curl, or sorry, the hip hinge, the good morning that you guys saw last time. But I'm actually gonna do a hamstring curl first. So I'm gonna pre-exhaust my hamstrings before I go over there to limit the load. So the load is actually gonna come down. And the reason being is I am currently running, it's the least, I believe it's the antibiotic that has the least effect on the tendons and everything, but it is an antibiotic. When you are on antibiotics, a couple things happen. GI microbiome kind of gets a little funky, so taking a pre or probiotic is really intelligent during that time. And you get into a situation where it becomes very, very easy to hurt yourself due to that tendon and ligament compromisation. So we kind of spoke. I had a decision to make. If I was ahead of schedule, I would, and this goes for anyone listening to this, if you're in prep, there are shows that are close to the show you planned on doing, and something like this occurs, just take a step back. Take the course of the antibiotic, which Z-Pak's usually 5 days, and a couple days after, so a full deload, to increase your food, manage your fatigue, and then come back the next week and push your fucking self hard. If you're ahead of schedule, that's totally fine. If there's shows around your show, that's totally fine. That's probably what you should do, and that's what I would suggest for most people who, like, let's say suffer a pretty severe injury or some kind of like surgery, infection, whatever the fuck happens, to where they're placed on an antibiotic. Do as I say, not as I do, because we are not ahead of schedule. Again, 5 to 7 weeks here. I am going to modify my training such that, and I did this for my back session, you saw, like my rows, I was doing fucking 95 pounds. Modifying it such that I'm pushing a lot of metabolites. The pumps go to shit on antibiotics, by the way. You're not gonna get pumps. It's very difficult. A lot of hamstring curls first, still gonna do the hip hinge, and then I'll likely still leg press, but it's gonna be lighter, more reps, maybe including adding sets as well. And I wanted to record this video because I think that it's cool to show you all how you can modify things when you're super deep into prep, because this is also a modification you can make when you and your coach make a super hard slash to your calories. Let's say you were eating 400 grams of carbs all prep, and the coach is like, hey, you're not ahead of schedule, you're behind, 200 grams carbs next week, and we're gonna fucking go. You're already into your hard training, let's say. Now you have to eat 200 grams of carbs a day instead of 400. That's gonna put a dent in your demeanor, in your gym performance. You have low glycogen. So these are also modifications you can make if that occurs. This way you're not giving up any of that volume, that precious volume that you need to do to maintain your muscle tissue. So today we're gonna be doing pretty lightweight, really controlling the eccentrics, especially now. And if you guys watch this channel, that's awesome because you already do that anyway. And try to be a little less forceful on those concentric phases, just so we're really saving joint integrity, tendons, ligaments, things like that. I don't foresee you getting hurt if you treat it this way. But again, if you are in this situation, it's probably best to raise calories, come down from your training volume, maybe go to the gym a couple times, really light training, and then come back the next week and hit it hard. These modifications should be just fine. We're gonna get a lot of volume in today. I'm gonna go to the hamstring curl, feeling pretty good, hips are open. You guys will see how the modifications are made, what it looks like, and you will probably not see a leg pump today, unfortunately, because these antibiotics are kicking my ass. So I'm gonna start actually with a couple sets of seated hamstring curl. Might do some my rep matching. It's gonna be pretty high reps. Like I might get to that 25, 30 rep range here. I was gonna do lying, but lying leg curls, you have to produce quite a bit of force out of the hole to get into that full range of motion. Lying hamstring curls, especially after I had my ACL meniscus surgery like 7, 8 years ago, whenever it was. For the first like 5 years of training after that, I couldn't train the lying hamstring curl because my hamstrings would like cramp and feel like they were gonna fucking tear off. So to mitigate any sort of risk of injury, I'm doing everything pretty safe today. I'm gonna do the seated hamstring curl. It's gonna be super high rep. It's gonna be pretty light. It won't be excessively forceful, but it's gonna push a shitload of metabolites and it's gonna really tax my hamstrings. So when I go to do those good mornings, the hip hinges, it's not insanely heavy. I might use 315, 365 today, maybe 405, because 455 was my working set last week. But this modification, especially when you think about like, oh, I did hamstring curls before my hip hinges this week. That's why the weight went down. So you can see it and you don't got to get in your head about the weight that you're using and stuff. So last week we went right into the good mornings. I did 455 for my top sets. Now I'm doing the hamstring curls first. Obviously the load's going to come down a little bit, plus the load's coming down because I'm going to increase rep range so I cannot hurt myself. I'll program that shit in the app still and we'll see what it does. It's going to say that I had a decline in performance most likely. I'll keep pushing into the weeks. We'll see what happens. I'll show you how the app adjusts all that, and that'll be a good kind of learning point too. So I'll try to do Friday again next week as far as recording, and I'll show you guys kind of what pops up, what it does. But hamstring curls, good mornings, leg press, let's get to it. Right before this, I was watching the Tampa Pro, and my friend Justin Batterina might win Tampa, which in a stacked lineup, which is fucking awesome. So whatever way it shakes out, Justin, fucking congrats, dude, because that's awesome. That lineup was crazy. Up to like third call-outs. Ooh, I'm already feeling crampy. It's crazy, like even the vascularity, you can just tell you're on a fucking antibiotic. Like it just goes away completely. It's wild. So I can like feel, it's like you go into the gym and you feel the movements happening and you feel the muscles working, and then there's just like no fucking pump. It's crazy. Ooh. Okay, so I think it was 23 with a couple mile rep pauses there. It feels good. I just feel very crampy. I can tell that my muscles don't want to be explosive, if that makes sense. And if you guys have ever been on an antibiotic or super low in glycogen, or both at the same time like me currently, you might know what I mean. Basically everything in my body is telling me pull the fuck back. And I'm just hopefully being intelligent enough to not pull back, but in the safest way possible to where I'm still maintaining my lean tissue, still getting a good prep going. I've reduced stressors in all the areas of my life at the moment, and I feel really good. If I were kind of like working myself into the ground and shit like I normally do and traveling a bunch still, I might have to pull back this week. But, calculated risk and calculated trade-offs, I'm kind of like, I should be good to push. And this is the last couple of days of the Z-Pack. So, light training for now. We'll be okay. Mario just made another good point. He asked about deloads and stuff, and that was another deciding factor of continuing to push. I deloaded last week, or 2 weeks ago, I guess, now since I'm doing this. So I've only had one hard week of accumulation with 4 more left. I'm not doing insane volumes right now. I'm doing enough. So loads aren't insane, the volume's not as high as it will be. The reps in reserve are a little higher. So that was another deciding factor. Like if I had been in week 5 of my mesocycle and I was gonna push hard 1 more week and then deload, but instead this had happened, I would have just taken that 6th week and deloaded instead of pushing again. That would have been a very easy decision. But since I had just deloaded, I was like, well, I'm not fucking deloading again already. And I know how to be safe. This will be totally fine. Hamstrings are pretty fucking cooked from what I just did, but we're gonna go into the good mornings now. God, same thing as last week, that fucking like pressure in my eyes at the bottom. So we'll probably go 365. I think that'll be a good working load. Might go up in reps a little bit, we'll see. But load reduction and control are the two most important things if you're going to continue training through something like this. Load reduction especially. So try not to be as forceful. Reduce the loads a good 20-30%. And just getting some quality fucking volume. Maybe it's a good time to adjust and, you know, perfect your technique as far as controlling eccentrics and making sure you're in good positions for range of motion. So let's focus on getting my knees back and straighter on this week probably, and just getting good stimulus. Oh boy, 50s kids is ready to go. Oh, I don't know, sir. This seems like a real hard exercise. You sure are kicked up, mister. So far, so good. That's Joe's mother-in-law, Brianni's mom. Hell yeah. Big chest. Yeah. Good. Hell yeah.
Fuck.
Good shit.
Thanks for fixing my camera.
Yeah. I was like, it was only off a little bit. I was like, I'm just gonna move back for her. You fixed your knee so well.
Oh my god.
It's so good now.
I love
it looks
this.
on everything. Even over there, you were like,
Yeah.
no valgus.
Like, last week I didn't do so good. I was sticking out too much.
Sure.
But it's just like I think it all depends on because I was putting my arms back here.
Yeah.
I feel like do better if I'm
Oh, really?
up this way.
Like a Hatfield style?
Yeah.
Tell
it's just.
Tell Bree that. Maybe she'll.
Yeah, I sent one video. She said it was much better. So.
Yeah, Hatfields are nice. They're a nice alternative for people to help maintain upright posture.
Yeah.
It's a really good exercise.
Yeah.
She's a sweetheart. That'll lit me up. Push the knees back more on that set. If your hips and knees go back a lot on this, fucking lights your glutes up. So my glutes are fucked right now. I'm gonna do one more set here. So the two of the seated hamstring curl in that 20 to 30 rep range, and the two of this, I did 10 on my last set. Try to do 10 again, maybe. That actually, as far as hamstring volume goes, might be a little more than last week, so that's good. And then we'll see what I can do with the leg press. But yeah, I'm feeling it. Good God, look at that. Oh, that was really good. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like taking a step back, even if your technique's fucking flawless usually, or you've gotten a good groove with your technique. Being forced to take step backs like this can expose kind of ailments in different parts of your lifts. So I was noticing at the bottom there, I was taking it real slow. And at the bottom, I tried to get that extra, just a little bit extra knee straight cue. And I could feel the shift in tension quite a bit. So sometimes setbacks are just a good opportunity for making things better in the future. Unfortunately, this won't be too big of a setback anyway. I'm still gonna be able to train through it, so. As I've said many times in tons of posts everywhere, if part of your plan doesn't include the fact that there's gonna be obstacles, that's the wrong fucking plan, especially in a contest prep. If the plan is, I'm gonna do this, exactly like this, and this is the end goal, and the outcome's gonna be like this, you're already wrong. You have to plan for the unplanned, and ultimately how you handle those obstacles is what makes you really good at your craft. That goes for all areas of life. So it's just changing your mindset and reframing the way all that works. Or else you're just gonna be a damn cortisol bath because you're so stressed anytime one little thing pops up. You wake up an hour later than normal and your routine's thrown off. You don't have 2 meals before training because you can't that day. You gotta go to the DMV or some shit. It's not gonna be perfect every day. But that's what makes it beautiful. You gotta learn to love that shit, love the unplanned, love the travel, love the obstacles that come up. This is cool, it's a learning opportunity for me. It's showing me how I can even be a better coach. So, a little bit of wisdom there for you guys. More philosophical bullshit than science, but hopefully you guys enjoy those types of rants. What's that purple pad? Thanks, perfect. Perfect back support. It actually pushes your hips closer to the sled, which allows you to get deeper. And it helps you to create that natural lordotic posture back here. So like, or just neutral spine, but you're trying to kind of force yourself into lordosis here and push your ass against this pad hard. But now my ass is further up and my traps are set on the actual pad itself. So you have that natural curve of the spine there, instead of everything being like this, which can lead you into kyphosis. So this excessive rounding. So this just protects you from doing that, which is really fucking nice. I had like a couple people comment last week about the Crocs. These Crocs and leg training, it has to stop. I'm bigger than you, bro. Shut up. Anyone who like, pseudo disdain for shit to make yourself seem cool, if that's carried into your adulthood, you're a fucking douchebag. Like, the fucking Crocs, man, they're so ick, I fucking can't. Or like, oh man, you drive like a fucking Honda Civic and not a fucking Beamer, dude. You drive a car, not a truck. Like, any just pseudo disdain for anything that makes no fucking sense. And when you're approached about it, you have no idea how to explain it. You're probably the problem, not the person doing the thing. It fucking blows my mind. People with fashion are the worst about that shit. What's another one? Pineapple and pizza. Shut up. It's fine. And even if it wasn't, it's not like this fucking world-ending battle where you gotta like, man, you fucking dumb. Really? 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 Pineapple and pizza? Dude. Fuck. There are bigger problems in the world, guys. I promise. Bigger problems than people wearing Crocs. It's a shoe. It fits. God damn it, Mario. I know you gotta have one. One thing Mike told me that really stuck with me this prep is like, these aren't real people. They're internet people. Don't let their comments get to you. So, all you people who are kind in the comments, which is most of you, the comments on these videos have been really positive, and I'm really enjoying the questions. The RP YouTube though, anytime I'm on there, God, the hair comments, the Croc comments, everything. So you nice people, you're people I fuck with. One guy told me the other day, he finished his PhD because he watched a lot of our stuff and we pushed him to finish his PhD. That shit's fucking heartwarming and touching and I love that shit. That's why I read the comments, because I want to be able to see shit like that. I want to be able to respond to stuff like that. But you can get caught up in the negativity. So when I see a negative comment, I just think, that's somebody who you would walk by in New Orleans doing bar hopping, let's say, and he's some drunk guy on the side of the road and he's just like, hey, fuck you. You just laugh, right? You just laugh about it. You're like, okay, man, keep walking. That's what those types of comments are. They're just yelling to yell. So we'll probably go 4 or 5 today. And I'm not gonna go crazy. 2 or 3 good sets here. Just 15 to 20. Similar with the hamstring curl, just really controlling everything. Push some blood into the quads. Okay. All right.
Let's go. There you go.
This like low glycogen, super deficit, antibiotic 3-punch combo is kicking my dick. The 8 reps felt great. The next 2 were like, oh. And then the last 2, didn't think I was gonna get them, to be honest. This is like, especially with this condition, like how I'm feeling, the loads are dropping quite a bit. I'm not a big fan of leg extensions. You won't see me do them often, but just for a little more quad volume today, I'm gonna go do 1 giant set of leg extensions to finish this off. 4 or 5 feeling this heavy is worrisome just from a tendon and ligament standpoint for me. And I'm just being as smart as possible. So if that means doing something I dislike, I'm okay with it. I'm gonna go over there, probably a giant set of like 30 reps, and that'll be it for the day. Like I said, I'm not a fan of leg extensions, but if you are, the best way to do these, especially on the pride leg extension, this needs to be all the way back, maximum stretch here. And this cam setting, you would put it on 3 because it emphasizes the stretch portion of the lift. So it's gonna be the hardest when it's back here, when it's actually putting the most tension on the quads. People tend to do this a lot as like a shortened, biased exercise. So we're squeezing really hard in that peak contraction. But as we know, the data's pointing to, the stretch leads to a lot more hypertrophy. So with that cam setting on 3 and you here leaning back, that's a huge stretch on the quad. So getting this as far back as you can is a really good idea. So again, it's gonna do 1 giant set of 30 reps. Really stupid random pet peeve is this. This is a pet peeve when people are like holding their mic like they're like professional, and they're like, so today I'm in the gym and I'm doing 3 sets of 10 on Bulgarians, and then I'm gonna do, I just hate it, guys. I don't know why. Don't know why. Mario, you're into film and shit. Tell me why that's a pet peeve of mine. Good burn during. Like the open chain exercises. If you're weird on my kneecaps, especially my left one, which is the side of my ACL tear and stuff. Which is why I'm just not really a big fan of these types of open chain exercises. But good pump, got the volume in. That's how you do it if you're battling through some shit. Like these fucking demons, you know what I'm saying? Alright guys, till next time.